Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Binding of Isaac. I haven't actually recorded a run in a little while. Basically, I just accidentally had stream stuff happen. Right away, I want to say, yesterday's episode got like more support than, like, a bigger response and everything than any video I've ever had. And it's at the point I'm recording this, it's only been up for like 7 hours. So it's already breaking a ton of records for me. So thanks, and I mean, I guess I'm glad you liked it. I'm sure at least someone might say that it wouldn't get that if it weren't awesome, but, you know, I don't want to talk myself up like that. That's never a good thing to do. I think it was a fun run, though, and I'm glad you liked it so much in general. Anyway, Judas today, 1 health, normal speed. I mistakenly said that Judas had lower than Isaac's speed, and yeah, that's not true. So there's that. But higher damage, 35% more damage. Starts with the Book of Belial, which normally would increase the chance of getting a Devil or Angel Room, but does not because I'm Judas. It's just because it starts that way, I guess, because he starts with it, that he doesn't get that bonus. But that's fine. I knew I was going to get hit there. Hopefully I won't die to Larry Jr., that'd be pretty bad. Alright, there we go, and we get a health up. That's exactly what you need to see. Damage isn't a concern until a couple floors in, and you just have no health and you need to worry about that. So with the extra damage, Book of Belial adding 2 damage on use, and just, you know, all the good things. Mostly Judas is just stronger but less healthful Isaac. And I'm totally cool with that. Perfect timing for the key there. Yeah, we've got a health up. That's putting us in a good place. Mom's Eye. Really not something I'm a fan of, in all honesty, but I'm going to take it, even though it's probably a special item. I kind of disregard special items. Let's look at special items in a way such that we consider them as higher chances to find Polyphemus and Mom's Knife, among other things. Because it's funny that Polyphemus, Mom's Knife, and a bunch of other items that really carry runs are not special items. So collect all the special items you want if you want to get Mom's Knife and Polyphemus, and think of it that way. But I've never found special items to be a huge deal, because they're really not. And if you want to look at them in that positive light that I've just kind of mentioned, go ahead and do that, because that's a pretty easy way to make yourself enjoy picking up special items or not worry about them. It's weird that I have the red eye, too. Interesting. I'll buy the battery, though. That'll allow us to get a single tick of charge for our spacebar item every 15 seconds in a room, I believe it is. So if you're patient and have a bunch of bombs or something, or X-ray vision and you're next to a secret room, you can farm infinite charges for an item if, say, you have the D6 and wanted to use that super efficiently. With the Book of Belial, I'd consider it less of a big deal, but it is something that you can do, and that should make me, not will, most likely, make me use it more often, as opposed to just in boss rooms, because it's not hard to get a charge. It's a 3-room charge. You can use it like you can use it very often, and I definitely overvalue its uses in some ways. So I want to go to the curse room, but I don't have any health laying around, and thus I really don't want to go to the curse room. Onk. I don't want to respawn as Blue Baby. If I die, I'm not going to take it. I just really don't like respawn items. Okay, so let's see our boss's monster. That should be pretty easy. This is the first floor where we can get a devil room. And I haven't played any other runs, so this one will be a devil room, not an angel room for sure. If we get it, of course. It'll only be a 36% chance, based on assuming that I don't take any red heart damage in this fight, which I now have succeeded in doing. Pills. I'd love to take them now, because health up could really change the way things go right now, but I don't want to telepills. Telepills would be really bad. Krampus is awesome to fight, assuming we can win, which is not by any means a guarantee. We can pick up a lump of coal, which will increase the damage of our tears based on how long they've been on the screen, which is in frames, by the way. And that's pretty awesome. It's not affected by our damage multiplier because it's outside of that whole thing. I can't afford this. It's outside of that, though. So that's not going to be something that's like, this is more effective with Judas or anything like that. It's just more effective if you have higher range, because that'll mean that your tears stay on the screen for longer. It's less effective if you have higher shot speed, since your tiers will be on screen for less time. So that's just kind of its synergies with things. If we get Brimstone or... oh my god, I might die. If we get Brimstone or Technology or Technology 2, it's instead +2 damage, which is really good. And if we get Mom's Knife, it does absolutely nothing. And that's it. So fortunately, I managed not to die. Now if we have a bad trip pill in this... well, yeah, I'm just going to take this. Full health. So it wasn't even bad trip, it was just straight up full health, bad gas, and health up. That's awesome. Since we have this full health pill, I am going to go to the curse room. I really wanted to go to the curse room, but I couldn't necessarily justify it in the situation I was in at the moment. Soul Heart, well, nothing I can do about losing half of that. And I don't want to necessarily use full health now, because there are definitely times when it could be more useful. So like I said, a lump of coal is not affected by our damage multiplier or anything. It's outside of that whole thing, I believe. Oh, screw you. Game just walking me and just using my key against my will. So it's not going to be more effective with Judas or anything, as far as I know. I haven't looked at it super closely. Bobby Bomb. 5 more bombs. Bombs will home in on enemies. It's great. Yeah, we do have Mom's Eye, though. That's the reason that we're sometimes firing behind our head. And if we happen to get Loki's Horns, we will always fire in all 4 directions. All 4 cardinal directions, I suppose, if you want to look at it most directly. Because you can't fire diagonally with anything except Mom's Knife. And if you do have Mom's Knife, you actually cannot get activations from Mom's Eye or Loki's Horns. Which is kind of no fun, which is why I wouldn't take it on a breaking run, for example. Because that would just really make my tiers and general setup less fun. Because firing 4 tiers everywhere is awesome. Every time, all these giant teeth and what have you. Bad gas. I think the orange one was health up, so that's what I'm going to be on the lookout for. This is XL, by the way. I just noticed I didn't pay enough attention at the start of the floor, as I never seem to. And XL means that... XL, Curse of Labyrinth, same thing. There are going to be 2 item rooms, 1.8 times as many rooms. 1 shop, sadly, so we lose a shop, and this one could have been Greed since Caves, or any XL floor, counts as the second of the pair of floors, and the first floor where Greed can spawn is Caves 2, so this is Caves 2, essentially, as far as the game is concerned, which is unfortunate. But what we do have is... oh no. Okay, we're probably fine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, 2 bosses, only 1 chance for a devil room, but since this is the second floor, it's kind of like we skipped a floor, and that means that rather than our chance of earning that devil room being multiplied by 1/4, so that our chance is much, much lower, it's only multiplied by 1/2, which is still a fair amount lower, but it's a lot better than 1/4, because assuming no red heart damage, and still base chance by the time we fight the second boss, only the second boss counts for the red heart damage, by the way. Assuming that we haven't done anything like kill a beggar or something like that, we're going to have a 36% chance base if we take no red heart damage, because there's 1% chance regardless, 35% if you take no red heart damage, and then if somehow, well, since we got a devil room, as far as the game is concerned, 2 floors ago, it's multiplied by 1/2, so we'd have an 18% chance. If we had gotten one last floor, in the game's eyes, it'd only be a 9% chance. That's obviously twice as bad, because that's kind of how halves and quarters work. But it's much better. Much, much better. I'd bet on 18% before I'd bet on 9. I hope you would too. If not, you want to be closer to 100 and not closer to 0. Yeah. Alright then. I'm not sure what's gonna really... I want to find the second item room, but I do still need a key, and that's not a key. In the event that I get enough money for the shop, sadly it's a portable slot, and I don't really want to spend time using the portable slot for the glitch. I don't have a ton of money or anything, so it's not like a super viable option to farm the bosses by spawning black flies and then just keep getting boss drops from them. I think it's just kind of we're going to play this by ear, which is really all I ever do, I guess. It's like, oh, this happened, I guess I can do this. That's just kind of what you've got to do. Because you can't plan for a lot of things. A lot of things just don't... Well, okay. When I'm playing, I say crazy things that could happen, and then they happen, but I can't realistically plan for them. It's just kind of, Well, I guess the game wants this to be kind of really funny, because I say these unlikely things that just keep happening, but it's okay. I don't plan for them because they're so unlikely. They just happen to me because the game thinks it's funny. Alright then. I did get a key, so I can go to the second item room if ever I were to find it. And I'm almost up to 15 cents for the shop, but all there is like a tarot card and something. I didn't notice if there was a key, but I probably won't go back to check. I've cleared that side of the map. I don't really want to go back there if I can help it. It is nice having a bunch of damage with Judas. Well, just being Judas means you have a bunch of damage at the start of the game. Cool. 5 bombs, so we can definitely open up this tinted rock. Hope for a small rock. That would be kind of excellent. Oh, cool. The game just wants me to get the tinted rock. Small rock, please. It's not the small rock. Okay, then. At least we have another key for it. And it's at this point where I've kind of felt like I haven't used the Book of Belial so far, and I don't know how close I am to the boss. It's got to be kind of close, right? Can't use it anymore. And this is where everything goes wrong, because that's not true at all. And I know it's not true, because I also have the battery, when you think about it. So it's just not something. It's just not a thing. Oh well. Halo flies. That's really, really awesome. It's going to block enemy tiers and damage fly-type enemies. There are 2 of them. So we're 2/3 of the way to a full orbital. Going to be protected from a lot of tiers. That's just making this into a chest-viable run, ideally. Ideally, at least. Of course, a lot of things still need to happen. I need a little more health. I need more damage, ultimately. Probably need a higher rate of fire. We're just getting there. It's a very good start. Alright, I'll do it. What are you? 2 of diamonds. Alright, 26 cents. Fine. Keep my full health pill. What's our first boss? It's Chubb. I can handle Chubb. I'd rather have the Book of Belial for the second of the 2 bosses, because that's the one where I need to not take red heart damage. I can take all the damage I want here as long as I don't die, and it won't matter as far as earning a devil room is concerned. Although, of course, fighting Krampus doesn't count as taking a deal with the devil, so we could get an angel room if we got something here. It's a 50% chance at this point. And note that re-rolling from Krampus and getting a normal devil room item, or going to a curse room getting a devil item there, does not count as taking a deal with the devil. Still set for angel rooms. It's all good. Which is why, I guess, on like the ultimate breaking run, I would do the curse room thing for all of the devil room items that I wanted, and then I'd do it for the angel room items as well, so I'd have pretty much everything. And then it'd be awesome. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's totally possible to collect every item in the game, too. That's definitely possible. But note that some items aren't in the rotation. They're not in the game at all sometimes. Like, Pyro, 50% of runs. Fate, 50% of runs. Nothing to be done. So it's kind of a load of chance. There are lots of things that just could not be in the game at all on a run where you attempt at. Of course, they also could be, or you could just collect everything that's actually in the game for that run. Still, I probably won't attempt that. That seems a little unreasonable. Still, at some point, there has to be a limit. Keep breaking until finally there's nothing more to be done. But I don't think that I'm ever going to top yesterday's video. I don't think I'll ever get a better run. Not that it's impossible. There are a few things that I did wrong, a few things that I could do better, and a few things that would just be fun to try out instead of what I did. So it's not like I've hit the pinnacle, Isaac will never be done better. No, it's nothing like that. Okay. The reason I got hit there was I was testing something. Someone said that if I walk into a wall, chargers won't charge at me. Seems not to be true. But then again, there was not very extensive testing, so that's not to say, oh, it's definitely not true. No, I don't know that. But I think that the main place to test that would be in one of those rooms where you spawn, and they're just like the narrow walkways. And from there, you spawn, and then there's a charger that's going to try and kill you right away. You walk into it and see if it doesn't try. But it's something you have to be consciously thinking about. You have to be like, okay, I got to do this right now because this room is what just happened. And that seems a little unlikely. I just... sorry if you heard that vibration. Forgot. Oh yeah, I guess I haven't talked about it. I did get a new phone. It's fancy iPhone and stuff. It's really nice. I like it a lot. But there's not much more to say about it. So... and you don't really need to know, but it's definitely nice and I like it. I could try to... nah, it's not worth it. Sacrifice room sucks. Okay, Necropolis 1, Harder Than the Depths 1. We found the item room immediately. I'll use the Book of Belial for this room. I feel Necropolis is going to be what breaks me out of my shell. I want to use Book of Belial pretty much as often as possible in order to deal with these rooms more effectively. Because some rooms, I mean rooms with... what are those called? Gurgles? Those suck. Dr. Fetus, not fun. Just gonna walk right on out and never talk to it again. Although I do have homing bombs, and that would be a ton of awesome. But it's just not fun to watch. It's not as fun to play with. I think that this run can go somewhere. Though do note that Dr. Fetus... why did I do that? Dr. Fetus is affected by damage ups. Which was a semi-recent discovery. Not like super recent, but semi-recent. And that's... I mean, that's cool. But it's obviously just, it's far closer to a guaranteed win. And guaranteed wins are no fun. And no, Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Polyphemus, these things are not guaranteed wins. They're really not. Okay, so with Masks and Hearts, besides the fact that they're definitely worth... okay, gotta use full health now, because I would have died there. Besides that they're definitely worth the Book of Belial, they're also just stupid hard rooms. They're fine as enemies, they just really suck. I hate them. They're not, like, poorly designed. They're just really annoying. So, of course, let's give me some more of them. Don't home in on him. I still got it. It's all good. Still opened up only the Tinted Rock among all of those rocks. And still got our 3 bombs. So I'm just not gonna worry about it, because it all turned out okay. No. Okay. Watch us fight the Mask of Infamy as well. It's probably gonna happen, if I had to take a guess at what this game has in store for me. It's be like, you should have taken Dr. Fetus, man. You should have just done it. To which I say no. I hate that item. But again, it's not bad. It's really good. And if I weren't playing for a video, I guess I'd take it. I guess. But it's not worth it for this. Okay. This run could still turn into something interesting. And that's what I always count on instead of just going with opportunities as they present themselves in that manner. Okay, so it's not that this is going to be the top secret room. It shouldn't be, because that shouldn't be able to line up there, just based on how the map looks. But I will use it to... oh, it didn't open up all of them. Whatever. I wanted to go to the chest, see that there's a speed up, and I don't have any speed downs, so that's not worth it at all. Oh, it's Carrion Queen, and it's the one that poops hearts, so those will do damage to it. I can just ignore it until it spawns hearts and deal damage by killing the hearts. No worries. Alright, just keep on going. And these hearts don't try to kill me like the other ones, and they don't suck so much. Yep, just keep on doing that, and I'll ignore you, because it's really the easiest way to deal with it. I mean, it's probably not the easiest way, but it's the way I'm going to do it this time. Or at least mostly this time. Because as you noticed, I'm starting to attack it a little bit more. Oop, there we go. Mom's Eye, still not a very useful pickup. Angel Room, we have 2 of the same speed up, but don't worry, they're in different pools, and they're also selected randomly in some ways. I'll take the Relic. I don't like it that much, it's still good to have. I would have always pretty much rerolled that, given the opportunity, but it's, hey, whatever. So let's keep exploring the floor and see what we can get. Now we don't have to fight Mask of Infamy ever again, and I don't even feel slightly bad about not taking Dr. Fetus now. So that's all good. Not that I felt even slightly bad about it when I didn't take it, but now it's just, it's not even like, oh, you gave me a boss to screw me over that makes me wish I had taken it. No, that didn't even happen. It was no big deal whatsoever. So we're all good. And we found the secret room totally through no intervention of our own. I thought I was gonna get hit there, but I didn't. So that's cool. Alright. Okay, bunches more money. I didn't really need it, but I guess I'll take it. Hopefully I find a beggar somewhere along the line. I'd love to pay one of them off. Probably greed in this here thing. Yep. But we know we won't be fighting greed on the next floor. And since this was the first of the 2 floors, we know that we can't get an XL floor or anything. So we're all good. 66 cents. Hey, I'll take all the money I can get. But what's in it for me up here? The exploration is totally worth it because the relic will give us a soul heart after every 5 completed rooms. And note that this means that there is no circumstance which makes me want to take any other dropping familiars. Little Chad included, sack of pennies, bomb bag. I don't want any of those. Because dropping familiars interact with each other in a way where as you collect them, they increase the time that it takes for them to drop something. So if I picked up Little Chad, both Little Chad and the relic, even though Little Chad is normally every like 2-3 rooms or something, both Little Chad and the relic would take 7 rooms to drop, decreasing my soul hearts. No, Guppy's head there. The flies are not affected by the lump of coal. I do touch that so that I can be 1/3 of the way to becoming Guppy. But anyway, the fly's not affected by that. Though I was talking to Spider. Had him look into some stuff for me. Flies are affected by some weird things. Chemical peel does affect the flies. It's based on which one was most recently shot. So if you shoot a big one and then stop, your flies will do a lot more damage because chemical peel's +2 on one side. Or if you're Kane, it's 50% of the time, or 50% chance that you got a +2. So that's worth it since they do twice your damage. Chemical peel does affect brimstone as well, and I think it's every other shot or something. It does something else. I don't know. Judas's tongue makes it so that all red heart deals with devil only cost 1 red heart instead of the chance of them costing 2. Soul heart deals are unaffected. Now let's see what else is chemical peel or the flies interact with. There was something, but it's not a huge deal. It's just interesting to think about that. I asked him something, but I just don't remember. And you're gonna wonder why I didn't use Guppy's head. I should have, but it's also not a big deal. So onwards, 2 of the same speed up laying around that I'm not going to take. We've got pretty good stuff going for us. We know that we're not fighting greed on the next floor. We have 2 keys, which is exactly enough to go to the item room in the shop. Hopefully we'll find more as well. 67 cents, not much to worry about. Onwards, I'm going to take a drink of water if you'll excuse me, and I will see you on the floor. Sadly, it is Necropolis yet again, which means that we have to deal with all of the more difficult enemies for no extra reward or anything. In fact, when you think about it, Wrath of the Lamb enemies are, like, less of them have champion forms, so we can't even get, like, extra drops from this as much because there are just no champions. So that kind of sucks a lot, but at least... whatever. We'll make it through and we'll feel better for it. More rewarding. I'd still rather not. I'd much rather go to the depths. But that's okay. Great. Gonna get hit there. I didn't get hit there. Just don't get too angry at me. Fortunately, these masks are not getting angry at me at all. He says as they get very angry at him and he has to weave through. Quite somethingly. Adverbs, man, how do they work? Okay, I'll stay away from that. Homing bombs, I can and should use my bombs offensively. Note that flies do not damage spiders, because flies only damage flies. Oh my god, that was bad. That was really bad. Ladder is not worth taking at all, considering this is the last floor it could even have use. And the Fool, that's good because we can see if we got a devil room after the mom fight, assuming we can win the mom fight by leaving and going back. So that's pretty cool too. So normally you can't leave the mom fight, by the way, because of the doors being removed completely on victory. So it's a nice option that we've got now. Oh, how I just want to keep using the Book of Belial. I probably should. But at the same time, this is an easier room. It's just an annoying one. Most rooms in Necropolis are annoying. Oh, I thought I'd catch it. That's fine. Bomb, soul heart. Great. Oops. Every time I look away, that happens. I'd love to not have these soul hearts, well, yet. I'd love to have the soul hearts as options, which is my own fault for not just leaving them. But I would very much like to go to this boss challenge room, which is rather unlikely for now, unless we find a blood donation machine, which isn't necessarily impossible, because we did have at least 5 cents entering the floor, so we do have that ability. The arcade can spawn. But we'll see if it does. We'll see what happens. I would love to pick up pentagram meat. I need some damage at this point. Like I said, Judas's damage is great for the early game going up to maybe caves 1 or 2. But at this point, I need more damage than I have, and there's pretty much nothing I can do about it. Okay, so this room is gonna suck. I'm gonna let my homing bombs do as much as possible. I just need the flies to stop being spawned, which has now been accomplished because I had to use bombs offensively, which it's not something I regularly do, but it's something that I did this time because it was kind of necessary. Still. This run, it was promising at first, even though I almost died to Krampus, of course. It was promising at first, and then it just didn't go anywhere after that. We have pretty much the same setup as we did on the 2nd floor, and that's how you know you're not really getting somewhere. Of course, that's no fun. Okay, you get over here. No! Note, by the way, that the reason the masks aren't hitting me is because of my pretty flies. They stop charging enemies, including masks, chargers, leeches. It's great. All orbitals do that, by the way. So it's a nice thing to have. It's always great to have extra protection. In here, we find a speed up that isn't actually a range up like it says. I'm going to take this chance because I pretty much need anything, including kamikaze flies that are sort of valuable. Twice our damage, unaffected by lump of coal, but still. There's still time for this to turn into something usable. It's just kind of running out. We need a devil room with lots of good stuff. Again, I shouldn't have taken those yet, but I feel like there's no arcade. We'll see what happens in this boss fight. Cheesing doesn't make much sense because I don't have damage. And I don't have a damaging orbital. Amazing that I haven't fought any horsemen yet. So I'm going to do it legit. Because the cheese won't really help me. It'll probably get me hurt. It is nice to have Mom's Eye, sort of, when it is activating as regularly as it is. When the eyes, or just whatever they are, pop out across from each other, I can, from the middle of the stage, hit any 2 doors that are parallel, it seems. Parallel, in line. I think in line is a better way of representing that thought. Oh, dang it. Note that you don't get 6 full charges from the battery in a room. You get 3. And, oh my god, I could die here. And if you could use the Book of Belial multiple times in a room, which is totally possible with other setups, just not this particular one. If you could, it wouldn't do anything. It doesn't stack with itself, same with the Devil card. So it's just not really worth it if you have that option. Oh, of course it's a shot speed up. No, I want this at first. So I don't want a shot speed up. That would make my damage worse when you think about the fact that I have Lump of Coal, so I do need this to stay at low shot speed. Alright. Let's see what we've got. Hopefully a devil room where Judas's tongue will make things cost only 1. Nope, nothing. Alright. Polaroid away. This run, pretty much gone. I mean, not that it can't go somewhere now. It's just pretty unlikely, and we're continually getting the Wrath of the Lamb floors. Now, Utero isn't as bad as Necropolis, but it's still worse than the Womb, which is also not as bad as Necropolis. Necropolis is the hardest pair of floors. For sure. The removal, like after Necropolis, there are no more gaps in the stages, in the rooms, so that's actually a huge difference. Because you can't have those rooms that just screw you over, that are just like, hey, you know what, you're taking damage right now, unless you have one of these particular items or setups. So that really makes a difference, and also just the fact that the enemies are not so bad. I wish I had Mom's Purse right now, so that I could so that I could pick up that curved horn, plus 2 damage, not affected by the multipliers. Still good though. I'd really like to have it. It's really good. And at this point I do need as much damage as I can get, which so far has not been offered to me. Not a single damage up. Okay, that's still good. We're still in Polaroid Invincibility Town if we get hit a bunch, which is an important place to be. It's a place I like to reside in regularly. No, stop it. Can't do this. With the relic, unlikely as it is, it's possible that we'll get a nice build-up of soul hearts if I play exceptionally well, and then be able to just kind of live because we have so much health, but I think it's unlikely. I would appreciate... It's not a health up, that's another bad gas, isn't it? Yeah. But I have nothing else that I'm hanging on to, so I may as well take it. Okay. Weave my way in and out of things to the best of my ability. Nope, leave me alone. I haven't killed a single Guts. Or Angelic Baby. I haven't killed anything. That's that's not an Angelic Baby, it's just a baby. Nope. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Look at all the blood in this room. Don't want that, because that would ruin Polaroid Invincibility for me. This room I should be able to handle pretty easily without Book of Belial, which I haven't been using. That's okay. I don't need it for the most part. There are just certain rooms that are big jerks. Utero can have masks and hearts, as you can see by the heart there, of course. But there's no mask this time, which is, I guess, good. So I don't have to worry about him. And the mask almost hit me anyway, or the heart almost hit me anyway. That coin's not worth a half heart. I'm just going to leave this room because it's not leading me anywhere. I said I'm going to leave. Don't home in on anything. Oh, and note, if you have the ability, like if I had taken Dr. Fetus, I would be destroying every rock, because you can't tell tinted rocks from regular rocks, which means that any rock could just be a tinted rock. So I'd love to be able to check that, but I obviously didn't take Dr. Fetus. So I can't really do that. I can, but I run out of bombs quickly, and I'd rather have these bombs for the It Lives fight, especially because my damage is so bad. It needs the augmentation, the extra output given to me by using bombs. Even if bombs only do 10 damage until you have Mr. Mega. Mr. Mega adds 50. I believe it adds 50. I'm pretty sure of that, making it 60. It's just not... It's much better than not having it. And so I will save this for any situation where it's totally necessary instead of just, like, going for it willy-nilly. Because that doesn't sound like a good plan. Okay. I think I get a soul heart from the relic this room. It feels like it's been long enough. Of course, that is totally baseless. I just think it's been that long. Hey, guess what? Getting a feeling for it. And we got another soul heart randomly from that chest, which is awesome, but then we lost it immediately. Can't count on 2 pretty flies as much as you can count on 3, or any 3 orbitals. Well, that was unfortunate. Like I said, can block. They have to hit them, so the leeches weren't cheating or anything. I just wasn't in the right positions. Oh well. Be the right place? No, it's Pride. But Pride's an easy fight. Sadly, all Pride can give me... I don't take damage against Pride very often. That's probably like 1 of 3 times it's ever happened. But anyway, Pride can give me the Anarchist Cookbook, so that's pretty useless. Don't do this to me. Oh, I can't believe that hit me. Literally can't believe it. So we got that. We'll just touch it, get it out of there. Could use it to try and blow up some rocks that could help me out. Maybe get me a small rock or something, but I don't think that that is particularly worth it. So there's got to be health laying around somewhere, and I need it. so I'm going to pick it up. Could also play these slot machines, but that's probably not what I'm going to do. Hopefully full hearts. That's a full heart. I'm also going to use the trick where if you leave a room and re-enter, after placing a bomb it has a larger blast radius, and that's just to blow up more rocks so that I have that ability. That's a half heart, so that would not help me. It would actually hurt me by not getting me 5 seconds of invincibility from the Polaroid. So, like I said, I want to blow up more rocks just in case of tinted rocks. So it's worth it in the womb to always do that trick if you're blowing up rocks, just because. Then again, if you have unlimited bombs or so many bombs that it's not a big deal, fine, don't. But it's definitely worth it when you're in a situation like I am right now. Don't have lucky foot or anything, so that's not too big of a likelihood there. If I win this fight, Cube of Meat Ahoy, which will mean third orbital, and that one will block enemy tiers and damage any enemy rather than just flies. So that could be pretty nice. Okay, we've got death off of the horse. The horse will kill the knights, and I like that. Oh, that was my own fault. You know, it's not impossible that I die here. It's really not. It's not even unlikely. But this is mostly... Ow, the horse died first. And it's so not worth it. I mean, it is so worth it, but it's so not worth it to go back for that. But I think I need to do it. I really can't make it through this for much longer without going back for that half heart. And the gambling, probably not worth it. But now we have a full orbital, so we should take almost as little tier damage as possible. Of course, if Guardian Angel were to appear, then that would maximize our tier blocking capabilities. But that hasn't appeared and is not necessarily likely to do so. Sadly, we didn't get an Angel or Devil Room there. I would have pretty willingly taken almost anything the game would offer me. But didn't happen. So it doesn't really matter what I want. Guess we're going to go on to the next floor. I'm going to drink some more water because my throat's giving me some grief right now. But we will see if this can turn into something. I'd love to go to that curse room, but it's very unlikely to be worth it at all. Very unlikely. But then again, I'm very unlikely to win. Let's take it live or die by the curse room. Teleport me. No! Alright, let's do this. Play this for hearts. And hopefully not die on the spikes at any point in time, because I've done that before. In such a situation. I really wanted it to just be like Sacred Heart sitting there, being like, hey, you need some help? And I'd be like, yes, I do. But anything might have helped. Guppy's Paw would have been really good. Dead Cat would not have been really good, honestly, but I might have considered it. No, I wouldn't have considered it. So now let's go to the other one. It doesn't matter that I took that right there, but it could matter, so I probably shouldn't have. Still, I did. But if we can get 2.5 hearts, that would be really good right now. Full health. Alright, I don't want to use it right away, but that's good, so we have an option. This looks like a show run, because there's no way I'm powerful enough to handle the Cathedral. I don't have enough health, I don't have enough of really anything. Alright, what are you? Tears down, that's really bad. So now that we have 2 full healths, I guess I may as well just take it and run. So on to the next floor, a little better than we could have been there. But still, with the tears down, we fire less often. That makes it even harder for us to win right now. But the nice thing about Shoal is it's a skill-based floor, whereas Isaac and Blue Baby as boss fights are not skill-based for the most part. They can easily screw you over into situations where you have to take damage. It's poor design. I'll be right back. I need water, like I said. So we can win on taking... If we only had 1 heart, we could beat Satan. 1 heart, base speed, base damage. Satan's a winnable fight. Isaac, technically a winnable fight, but pretty unlikely. patterns are good, and you can make patterns tough. You can make them incredibly difficult to the point where it seems as difficult as it was, but it's skill-based. That's what the Eyes Can Blue baby fights need, and that's what I'm hoping for, because they're going to be redesigned. So that's what I hope is the change, that they'll just get really difficult patterns or something. Soul Heart, I like that. So let's see if I've picked the right way. I haven't so far, so I guess I picked the wrong way completely, because those other outputs are exactly where we started from. That sucks, but at least I got a Soul Heart out of it and didn't lose anything. So far it's okay. Hopefully that keeps up. But this is, unless something miraculous happens, like on this floor before the boss, show run. It's just what it is. Okay. Oh, that was close. Okay. We have 3 orbitals, so that's going to help us out immensely. And that's kind of incredibly helpful against Eyes Can Blue baby, of course, because they shoot so many tears that you can't necessarily dodge. So it's orbitals are just some of the best things in this game. Full health again. Don't know what I need it for, but I have the option. Okay, so can you kill each other? You can't. Let's use my only bomb for it. Since I did get that Bombs of Key Pill, I don't have all of the things that I don't have all of the bombs to use against. It lives, so it doesn't really matter what I want. Lard, I kind of don't want the speed down. I mean, it's 2 health as opposed to 1, which does make it most likely more valuable than Heart. But the speed down could cost us a lot. I don't like speed up, but I like it if I get one. Like if I get 1 speed down, I take 1 speed up. And note that I was very reckless in this room because I have another full health pill. Get that. No health up. Grab our full health. We at least have the half heart set up so that we can have polar invincibility and if things go bad. But I don't have much else yet. Maybe something will go incredibly right, though, on this floor. Beggar, like 3 or 4 in a row. Then the boss. Beggars all give me amazing things. Arcade, not really worth spending time in. Okay. I thought I might get out of that, but I did not, and could not get out of that, really. Note that the chub can't spawn enemies, that's why it doesn't have a butt. So that it can't spawn the enemies that it's trying to right there. Larry, thank you. Okay. So far, so something. That's really all there is to say about this run. This is something that happens to me a lot with Judas. It's tough to get a run that goes to the chest, honestly, because it's all you get enough damage, but you don't get enough health. You get enough health, you don't get enough damage. You don't get enough of either. This happens. So we're in this odd limbo that can definitely be fixed still, but it also might not be. I don't expect this to be the way, but at this point, I may as well just go everywhere. More relic activations. All of the health I can accept. More room drops. Hopefully less death. I don't know. What do we have going for us? Lump of coal was great earlier. 3 orbitals is always great. It's probably saved us a lot already. Without it, probably would already be dead. Almost definitely. So we can say that's good. Flat penny would be nice a while ago. Oh, what are you? Bad trip. Go figure. Well, let's do this again. Gotta use full health now. Darn. Go grab the half heart and be on our way. Probably a waste of resources, which was sad, but I guess that's how life is sometimes. It would have been really nice if the game just gave me Guppy's Paw, or gave me 2 chests, both of which contained Guppy items that were different. You know, things like that. There was a lot of stuff that could have gone right, but it was so unlikely. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, I just need this exact thing to happen in this exact way, and then I win. And then that happens, but that's this time it didn't happen. So this beggar, he's exactly what I wanted to see. So let's get something good from him. Keys are nice. What is this? Temperance. Don't need that. Definitely don't want to be spending my health on things. Bombs? I do like bombs. 2 temperance cards. Funny guy. Half heart that I don't want, but probably can't avoid. I do want the full heart. Health up. Okay. Yeah, I accidentally got to full health. Oh well. Okay, I don't know if I can grab that. I can grab that without taking damage. Spike hitboxes are weird, man. Or not, man. If you're a woman, that's fine too. I like all of you. Ooh, that was close. But yeah, spike hitboxes are weird. And small. They're actually pretty small. That's why you can walk through them diagonally. That's why you can walk through them horizontally. That's why you can walk through them vertically. You can walk through them in all directions. Which is a surprisingly not known fact for how long it's been out there, but now hopefully you know. I do have a video dedicated purely to that very thing if you want to check out how it is and what kind of spacing you need for it. Oop. Yeah, orbitals. Too good to me. Alright, that didn't work. I can't say I really expected it to, but oops. Oh, great. You don't want to... Ooh. Don't want to give me anything. Nothing at all. Bombs. Alright. Save me, Isaac. I need to use the Book of Belial. I'd probably get hit here. No, I didn't. Usually I'll use that, and then because it slows you down on use, one of these eyes will just be like, hey, you know what? Suck it. Didn't happen that time, fortunately. So I don't want to use another bomb on this one because it's Monstro. After Monstro, I believe I do want to use another bomb because I think that that's when Knights spawn. And no, it might be Larry Jr.'s. I'd still want to use it for Larry Jr. as well. I think it's Larry Jr. then Knights. It might be Knights then Larry Jr. It might be something else completely. Okay, it was Larry Jr. and then I think Knights are coming right up. Oh, it's eyes. Alright, now it is, but I have to fight them legit now. Nope, you stay away from me. God, stop being so annoying and cooperate. What? What is going on? You change... If I died, it lives? That is a truly shameful display, perhaps. That's something that I don't do very often. I can't remember the last time I did it. An interesting strategy I could employ, and won't, is playing this once, because I think it actually would kill me. Hope it gets blown up, though. It would actually kill me. If I had soul hearts, it wouldn't, but I don't, so that doesn't really matter. But I'll put it there in case the heart wants to shoot a bomb at it and blow it up, giving me a heart or two or something. Or a half heart. But if I had a soul heart, I could play it once, get down to half of a heart, so that I would be able to get Polaroid invincibility and hopefully live. But as it stands, I can't take any damage or I die. So hopefully I can just avoid that. Normally this is a pretty easy fight. On nearly base Judas damage and very low health. Maybe not. I'll do my best. Okay, that was tight-ish. It wasn't the tightest, but it was pretty reasonably tight. Still made it. For now, we're okay. I don't know how long that will maintain, how long that'll stay the case. If only I had more bombs, I could blow that up myself and hope for health. More Knights. I thought it was about to do the bombs. I was very hopeful. Oh, I tried to squeeze. Didn't make it. So that was an odd death, but it just didn't. The game didn't give me much. It was like, hey, here's a really promising first floor, and then good luck. But I hope you enjoyed Judas. Sometimes Judas just doesn't work. Thank you for watching, though, and I'll see you next time.